Welcome to Todos Santos, Baja California, sir. This is with my son Judah directing. Is my first
called Pink
attempt
Light.
at when you write a song. Sometimes that changes very differently. We're also in a restaurant, so this guy's doing stuff.
Hello.
And
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
they have a different. They take on different meanings. Pink Light was three things for me. I used to live in the Marmalade Hill district of Salt Lake City, which sits on the hill above the refineries and the railroad tracks. Those of you that have been to the shows at the garage, it sits above the garage of those refineries. Probably the most unbelievable part of this story is that I had a girlfriend that wanted to wake up and run 10 miles every morning. And I actually did that. And one of the routes was down along the railroad tracks to the refineries. In the winter, when it's snowing and the light hits in a certain direction, there's the Wasatch Mountains behind you. And to the west are the Ochre Mountains, though Ochre is spelled kind of weird. And the light bounces back and forth between the smoggy city and the mountains. And there are times it's a brilliant pink light, and it's almost literally like you're bathing in a pink swimming pool. It's unbelievable. Pink light number one. Pink light number two. 92, a long time ago. We were on our way to play the Mateel Center in Garberville. We stopped in Eugene. I ran into these people I barely knew. I was a heroin addict. And so they said, well, come over to our room, where we were doing speedballs. One of the things about a speedball is you do enough coke and a dose of heroin that would normally kill you takes a while to kick in. So we're watching MTV in the background. Sinead O'Connor is singing "Nothing Compared to You" with that tear running down her eye. The next thing I know is I wake up and I'm strapped in a gurney and I've been defibrillated. And it's a fucked up way to wake up, I can assure you. But for kids at home, one thing that's important to remember is when you overdose on opiates or anything, your friends aren't calling 911. They're not going to fucking help you because even particularly now they're guilty of negligent homicide or involuntary manslaughter. So they fucking leave your ass. In my case, they threw me in a bathtub. They maybe poured the ice from their cocktails on top of me. They left the door open. They left. Jeff Herzog was my tour manager. He happened to be walking by, saw the door open, happened to come in the room, and there I was. And gone. Threw me on his shoulders, runs out the door, and bangs into Tommy Short. Tommy Short is a club owner that we work for in Fort Collins, who happens to be in Eugene to see a Ducks game. No idea he was there, no connection. Bumps into a random guy who's like, I think Jerry's dying. The guy goes, I have a truck. They throw me in the truck. They drive to the hospital. They get me through the front door. The first doctor feels me and goes, he's gone. Nothing I can do. Second doctor says, fuck it. We can fucking save him. And shots me in and defibrillates me and brings my heart back. And I'm sitting here to tell you the story. The craziest thing about that is when I came out of it, I had two thoughts. One is that I almost died in tie-dyed long underwear, which would have been a fucking disaster. And B, that the only thing that I could remember from a near-death experience was Sinead O'Connor crying and a pink light, like a bright pink light. And it stuck with me my whole life. Now, I don't think this is an experience where I died and came back to life. And I don't think this would be one of those videos. But I was fucking gone. And the first doctor was like, he's dead. Thirdly, years later, these very good friends of mine were getting married. And the minister that was marrying them was a Methodist guy named Ben. We probably both had drinking in common. But Ben said he was a fan of my music because of the songs that I write about Jesus. I go, the songs I write about Jesus? And he goes, like, yeah, like The Jump, where you jump into the arms of Jesus, which is a song I wrote about my wasted, gun-toted friend in Costa Rica jumping off his roof in the middle of the night in the pool, 60 fucking feet, right? But he heard it jumping in the arms of Jesus. And Pink Light, he said that when he's praying, when someone's dying, when someone's grieving, he sees God come into the room as a pink light. And the room for him fills with God's light, and it's pink. And he said, so your song for me, Pink Light, is a song about God enveloping you in love. So of the three of those, you can take which one you want. I'm going with God Loves Me in a Beautiful Pink Light, and I'm going to try to stick with that. I mean, I think I wrote that song in Mexico, possibly Mulaje, up north of, on the Seal Cortez side. So there's the references to blankets and liquor under the blanket, and I think originally it was a Sex and Melancholy on my Richmond Fontaine t-shirt. Somewhere I changed that to Drive-By Truckers back when they were opening for us in the late 90s. And I don't know what it is with that song, but everybody gets something different out of it. And I didn't set to write a piece like that. You never do. Every so often those songs come and they come in 3 fucking minutes, which is a pretty good argument for God, because it certainly didn't come out of me. And this would be